hey, Dynamite Delight. This thing looks too bright. What the heck? Sorry, guys. Sometimes this camera, for some reason, when you turn it on, you set it, and the brightness either doesn't change or does. It's not a messed up camera. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think it might be due to the fact that I don't give it enough time to get the exposure. I think that might be it. Good tip for anybody who's trying this. Wait a few moments before you actually start filming. Anyway, was Dynamite Delight good? Yeah, Dynamite was good. Is it going to give you some good ratings? Yeah, you're going to get some good ratings. I don't know if you're going to get 1 million. You might get near 800,000. Hopefully. There's a lot here in this show. A lot that I'm not going to cover. Because I want to see how far it goes and I'll probably forget. This is like the Gump Report. You never know what you're going to get. So I'm not going to be heavily detailed here. But if you've seen Dynamite, you'll understand what I'm saying. Christian Cage versus Kazarian. This was an interesting match. You got two guys who knew each other from Impact Wrestling, TNA, and before that. And one of them hasn't been wrestling for many years. So you got one covering for the other. And you got to see that in this match. You got Kaz really covering for a Christian Cage. And I do got to say this. Through most of this match and through most of the subsequent matches, the camera work was a little messy. Not gonna lie here. Today was not the best day for the AEW and camera work. It was a little messy, but way better than Impact or NWA. It was. Let's just hope they can keep that up. But was this a good match and it means something? Yes, it does. It does show that Christian Cage can still go. It does show Kazarian is very underrated. He may not be great on the mic. He may not have a great character. But he does go very well in the ring. The guy is just great. He goes, for me personally, he goes in that little echelon of great wrestlers. Like Shelton Benjamin, him. You got Charlie Haas, who is not a high flyer, but he just had it. And, well, I know not everyone really liked a DJZ, but he also, as far as I'm concerned, Zema Ion is one of those type of wrestlers you could say is underrated, that is actually good, but really never got anywhere. That's just me, you guys tell me below. We got we got several segments. Darby Allin did a good segment. You had also a segment from a Jade well, let me do Darby Allin quickly. Talking about Money Matt. He made it very clear, money means nothing, and you're going to pay for what you've done. Then you have a Jade Corgill, and she made it very clear to Red Velvet, girl, you ain't nothing to me. Everyone loves me, everybody wants me, everyone's scared of me. I am dominant. And it's good to see they're making it very clear that she is going to be dominant. As long as they don't give her too much in the ring until she's ready to do really long range matches, it's okay. And I made it very clear. She's green. She's greener than this, baby. She is greener than this. And she cannot go in the ring more than 2 or 3 minutes. Max is barely 5. She's not ready. But as long as you make it very narrow and accentuate her positives, you're fine. That's what you get. And you also got a very strange... I can't believe that Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page are now paired together. Both of them were in tag teams. Now you're sticking them together. And I don't agree with it. Ethan Page just left the North. And SCU, you're not doing anything with him with SCU. And now you pair them together. I just don't agree with it. I don't. For me, I'd rather see them separate. Be separate for a while. In their new characters. And then maybe a 6 months to a year, bring them together then. Why bring them in when there's barely any time for either one of them to really breathe his heels on AEW? I don't agree. You had Moxley getting pissed off because everything's pissing him off. The Bucks piss him off. Kenny pisses him off. The Good Brothers are pissing him off. Everyone is pissing him off. And he takes it out on Finoni. I'm mispronouncing his name, but I'm going to go with it. And he just puts him to sleep. And So it's okay. That had to happen. You want to keep him dominant. And I got to say this about Jon Moxley, and I know there's some people who just still don't like Jon Moxley because they still see a Dean Ambrose. His ring style is different, guys. If anyone thinks Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. Jon Moxley, is the same as he was, his in-ring work is different. Is his character work any different? No. Is his talking ability different? No. But it does feel different, even though he still talks the same and his character is very similar. I'm just saying. Now, what do we got here? Team Taz. They're still doing something with Cage, and they're still doing something with Starks, and it's beginning to become closer and closer because if you've seen Elevation, I believe that's the name of it. I can't remember the name of the new AEW Dark show. I keep forgetting Elevation. Look, I don't watch it because that's too much to watch. I'm now doing NWA reviews, which, if you didn't see it, it is already done because it was released early and I was able to see it. I hope you guys like it. But I'm doing NWA, I'm doing AEW, I'm going to do Impact, and then I'm going to do 1 or 2 of the Gump reports. I'm already doing more than what I'm considering I could do. And I don't know how the schedule's going to stay. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing 2 Gump reports or 1. I cannot do Dark. I'm not going to review it. If I do anything with Dark and it's offshoot, I will not record it. I'll just watch so I can understand. And that's if I do it. Now, the Pinnacle had their moment in the old. This is interesting. You got MJF bringing everybody in the Pinnacle into the old Inner Circle Sanctum, and he says, we're going to redecorate this place. This place sucks. We hate it, but you're going to see this place shine. And he says, you know what? The one thing that needs to get done is the bathroom because it stinks. He opens the door and it's in my face. I believe I got that shot. You got all of the Inner Circle in the toilet. And the minute he realizes it, he closed that door and said, we need to run. And then all hell breaks loose. There is a fight. You get to see. I didn't expect this from Sammy Guevara. He grabs a Sean Spears, puts him up on his shoulder, and he looks like he did a GTF, go to sleep, on him and put him into a door. I was surprised with that because Sean Spears is much bigger than Sammy Guevara. Pretty much all of the Pinnacle gets their butt whooped. And now next week, we're going to start hearing from the Inner Circle. I'm cool with that. It's good to see it. And particularly, the Inner Circle didn't come back within a week. It took 3 weeks for them to come back. And that was wise. Unlike WWE, they'll bring anybody back in a week and it's stupid. Like also Impact as well. When you see a Havea, that was dumb. That's just me. Tell me below. What else we have here? We have... Let me put it to you like this. The 6-man tag of the Good Brothers, Kenny versus the Lucha Brothers and the Diego Jr., Diego Kid. You see, I'm a little tired. I've slept very little again. I've been up almost 16 hours. This is what you get with insomnia. Yes, I've been trying to take something to help me sleep, but with stuff I've been doing lately, my animation, doing the Gump report, figuring that out, making sure I get NWA power, you don't sleep much. But the 6-man tag, or the trio tag, I'll give it to you like this. Was it a fast-paced luchador type of match? Yes. Did you see a lot of spots? Yes. Did you see a lot of spots that was held up because one person's waiting for another 2 guys to finish up before he does his spots? Yes. Laredo Kid had to wait twice for either Kenny to be dealing with Phoenix or Pentagon Jr. before he can do his spot. It just looks rehearsed when you do it like that. Now, if these were all luchadors, this would be a little different because, let's be honest, Luchadors have a certain way of being able to communicate, particularly they work together all the time. They don't leave in gaps within their spots. They make it one after another, after another, after another. That's how they work in Mexico. They try to make it as seamless as possible. But you're talking about one Canadian, two Americans who are not like that. They do the Japanese style, which do the spots, but they're methodical about those spots. And they're way more physical. And I'm not even saying luchadors are not physical. Was it a good match? For what it was, yes. I don't like 6-man tags much. Now, if they are going to bring the trios title, if they're going to have a 3-man title coming, and this is the reason why they're doing it, I understand it. But they better start announcing it soon. Maybe by the end of the year they'll announce it. I don't expect them to announce it in the middle of the year. I'm hoping they'll announce it at the end of the year, so you'll have more trios teams than just tag teams. I'm just saying. You got... Let me say this about Britt Baker. I'm not going to say a lot, because we still don't know how far they're going to go with Elevation. And them being on there, and that's Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, because she is working NWA and AEW at least at this moment. I was very impressed with Britt Baker in that match against Thunder Rosa. I thought she did a great job. Do I care about her character? No. The legend, the one who is the head of the women's division, is not doing that great, because the women's division still sucks. It's getting there because of what's going on, who came back. But, let's be honest, I'd rather see her as a dentist. I'd rather see her have the character of a dentist, like a Brutus the Barber Beefcake is a barber. DMD means dental. Come on. That's just me. The Conchi and Shida versus a Rose and Bunny. I'll say this, because I had to think about this. You have one woman in there that is holding the damn title who is totally irrelevant. Conchi has more character than Shida. And I don't like that. I think Shida's got great skill in the ring. But because of her booking, and this has been said over and over again by so many people, they may love a Riho, they may love a Shida, but if you ask them straight out, what is their character and how does it fit in the women's division? What do they say? She's on top. That's all that matters. That's not what matters. It matters, can an American connect with a Japanese wrestler that literally rarely talks and is rarely on the show other than doing a match. She doesn't do any backstage segments on Dynamite. She doesn't do any promos on Dynamite. The woman can talk general English. She may not be perfect, but she can speak English, and she don't speak. How? And I don't get this from AEW fans that think Japanese female wrestlers are doing amazing. They show no character on Dynamite. I don't know how much character they show on Dark. They probably don't show that much character on Dark either. They don't get interpreters. And if they do, great. Shame they don't show them on Dynamite. This match really didn't get me much. Other than you see not the inner circle, I'm sorry. You see that Dark Order is still dealing with the Matt Hardy family empire. That's all we got. I mean, it's great to see that Vicky Guerrero as well as Nyla Rose is working with the Empire. That's actually not too bad. Matt could get them over along with Vicky. Actually, will give something to Vicky and give something definitely to Nyla Rose. She needs it. What is she doing? Hopefully with the bunny, they'll do something. But that's just me. You guys tell me below. And finally, if I'm forgetting something, well, like I said, I'm going to leave some stuff out. That's if I didn't forget anything. You have the Arcade Anarchy match, which anything goes, anybody can show up. And this match was decent to good. I'm not always fond of these gimmick matches. Particularly that it's got arcades that I haven't seen in years. Mortal Kombat. I used to play the arcades. A lot of you whippersnappers, because I am a super boomer. I am almost 50. In July, I'll be 50. I would not be considered, in your terms, a boomer. I would be probably considered a super boomer because I was from 71. I'm born in 1971. I've seen technology literally go from here to here. Literally. There you go. I've seen it. I grew up with technology that you've only heard of or you've seen on the internet. So seeing arcades there was actually kind of cool. Seeing that they tried to incorporate this wasn't 100% bad, but it was a little worrisome because you got thousands of dollars worth of arcades. You know how much an arcade could cost? It can cost between $1,500 to $5,000 depending on what type of arcade it is. And it made me kind of cringy because you're seeing arcades out there that are very rare or common and could break, or someone could get hurt badly. If those arcades were damaged, it would break your heart. But if someone's head went through a CRT TV, they'd be dead, either by the glass or by the electricity. But what do we get? We get a Statlander coming back, and that's after Penelope interferes with a Audrey Edwards count. Statlander shows up. I believe I got a shot of her. Then you got Trent coming back, which finally he's healed up, and hopefully he's healed 100%. Now he's back, and we could actually get the match and the feud that we were originally going to get between Miro and Trent. That was the young boy here, this is Miro, and the senpai and a Trent. You finally would get it. And I know many people are going to say, I don't want to see them still matching against each other. And that's true. I don't want to either. But Trent never got the feud with Miro. And it will make sense now that he's come back that they actually do it. And maybe it'll lead into the pay-per-view of AEW. In the end, who wins? It's the best friends with Statlander. We now have them here. They're back. The Inner Circle is back. Statlander's back. Trent is back. Good. And I know, you know what? I'm going to do one debate in a week. Do it? No. Should I do something with QT Marshall and with Cody talking about it? Because I left this out on purpose. I want to see how far they go with this new faction that QT Marshall has. But tell me below, do you want me to do a extra Gump report about QT Marshall and Cody and what I think may happen? Have a good day. You see, I haven't slept yet. Peace.